Welcome everybody. I'm going to do my January budget. Yes, I know it's the middle of February. But before I come over here, everybody said it was impossible to live under 2,000 US dollars. I can tell you they're wrong. I even went over my budget this month and I'm still under $2,000. So, part of it was my fault. Part of it was we moved to a new place and I just assumed the electric bill come on the first of the month. It didn't. I was talking to the landlord and he's like, "You didn't pay your electric bill yet?" I'm surprised they didn't turn it off. So I went right up and paid the electric bill. I think it was the 8th of January. So come to find out, the bill actually comes and is due on the 21st. So we ended up with 2 electric bills this month. And I experimented with leaving the air conditioner on. We have a inverter air conditioner and a window unit built into the 2 bedrooms. So I wanted to experiment and see how bad the electric bill got this month, or last month actually, because it's February now. So I left the doors open in the house. So the electric bill more than doubled, which I'm fine with for the money I save over here on other things. I'd rather have that escape to be able to get in the house. So enough rambling. I set a budget for 70,000 pesos, which is, it's 100,000 pesos, which is 1,700 US dollars, give and take, depending on the exchange rate. I think on this, I figured this out like the beginning of February, so exchange rate's down right now. I think it was 58.71 at the time I did this. So I spent a total of a little over $1,800, which is 107,918 and 17 pesos. So, and in this budget, I have a Ford pickup that I have a payment on, so 562 US dollars, 33,150 pesos every month is the truck payment. Our rent is 25,000. Yes, I know it's high, but it's an amazing place. So that's $426.83 when I did the budget. Our first electric bill was 4,791 pesos. Second one was 10,811 pesos. So between the two, that is 15,602 and 48 cents, which is 266 US dollars. And that's 2 electric bills. So next month in February, we'll only have the 1 electric bill because I know exactly when it comes. He has a caretaker that brings the bill around. We had only moved in December, so the caretaker, missed us. So my fault, his fault, it doesn't really matter. So next on the list is water. I think they're 5-gallon jugs, 4-gallon jugs. They're 20 pesos a piece. We used 5 of them, so that's $1.71. I'm pretty sure you can maybe buy 2 regular water bottles in the US for that. So next is personal items like got some shampoo and a couple bars of soap. She keeps track of everything. I don't know what all is in the miscellaneous personal, but it was 1,000 pesos, so $17.07. Eating out, we don't eat out a lot. She literally cooks me 3 meals a day. I mean, whole meals a day. And I keep telling her, it's like, I don't need 3 whole meals a day. For lunch, I can have a sandwich or something. But she insists on doing it. So, we got 2,000 in that. We went to Dumaguete one day. We had lunch and dinner. We've gone up to, Argo. Couple times up there. We had McDonald's up there. Sometimes we like going up there. They have a little bigger public market, so we go up there and just browse around. Yeah, it's a little more expensive up there, but they have some some stuff that they don't usually have down at our local market, like some green peppers every now and then. I like the green bell peppers to put in my spaghetti sauce, so we'll go up there. We have like 6 or 8 green bell pepper plants growing on the porch now. So next is groceries. Groceries are high because in December I bought a little chest freezer and I decided it was time to stock it. So we got 28,940 and 69 pesos, which is just shy of $500, $495. But now we have our freezer on our refrigerator full, and I have a 7 cubic foot freezer that is right full. So we don't have to worry about meat for probably quite a while. Even though we buy the odd things here and there, we'll buy, whole chicken or something, she roast it, or we put it on the grill. So I don't think that's bad. That's a number that would probably be U.S. standards, $500 a month. I don't even know if people can live on $500 a month in the U.S. anymore, groceries, and not eat like we do. We eat really good. Like I said, she makes 3 full course meals a day. It's way more than we need, but she insists on cooking that. I'm not gonna stop her. I am spoiled by this woman. So next is laundry. We take our laundry up. There's a place right at the end of our road coming up to the main road. It's usually like 180 pesos each time, 7.5 kilos. So there's no shot you could do that in the U.S. So our total laundry for the month was 720 pesos, which is $12.29. You can't beat that. I'm not gonna go out and buy a wash machine. They wash it, they dry it, nice fabric softener in it, it smells good. They fold it all, put it in a plastic bag for you. I'm not touching anything for, $12.30. So, call me spoiled if you want. Our internet, we got Globe. We pay for the 300 megabyte plan. Always runs over 300. It's at least 300 or above. There's days I'll see it, randomly tested. It's running 350 to 375. Again, in the U.S., for the price, you're not going to get that. My mom pays almost $100. We're supposed to have 400 megabytes. I'm lucky when I was at her house, you'd see 120 megabytes. And they don't enforce no laws on stuff like that in the U.S. I worked for Spectrum, and I know legally New York state law is they're supposed to be 80% of advertised. I've never seen it 80% of advertised. But back to internet is $1,405 because she got a discount on it. It's usually $15.99, which is probably like $26. But this month it was $23.99, which, as far as I'm concerned, is great. We stream. She's always on her phone or her tablet. My tablet. I work on my laptop and use the internet all the time. I have no problems. It's really fast. It's really consistent. It's never gone down. Granted, I've only been here a month, 2.5 months now, but it hasn't gone down. So, if there it is, that's under $2,000. And we bought a lot of groceries last month to stock the freezer. So any of you guys that are questioning, I ain't BSing you at all. This is actually, and I live a really good lifestyle. I have not gone without anything. I went down, there's a place in Dumaguete called Bellcrest, and I got ribeye loin, the whole loin. And the last time I got it, it was $14.36 a pound. And in the U.S., it is almost $20 a pound. And it's USDA beef. Comes from Brazil, where 90% of the U.S. beef comes from. It's really good meat, really tender, really good taste. So I've bought a couple of them, and shrimp. So I am not lacking on anything. We eat super good. We live a very, very good lifestyle. So I'm not living, without it all. So you can truly come over here and feel like a king. We ain't got Rolls Royces or nothing like that, so that's what I consider a king. But here, I'm living twice as good a lifestyle as I was in the U.S. And I lived with my mom, so we split all the bills. And I would spend at least as much as I spend over here, and I'm taking care of all the bills for me and her, and a truck payment for less money than I spend in the U.S. So there's your honest truth about it. I questioned everybody and watched millions of videos, maybe not millions, but probably, I bet I watched 1,000 videos on budgets before I come over here. And everybody had a different opinion. I seen people living on $5,000. I seen people living on $600. So technically, if I didn't have a truck payment, I think I could live on $1,100 and live an amazing life. And I plan on paying the truck off in the next year. So within a year, year and a half, it's probably going to be $1,100, $1,200. You can't beat it. So I guess that's how it is, guys. Hopefully if you like this video, like it, subscribe, because I get likes, I get views, but nobody subscribes. So I don't know. Am I doing something wrong, guys? Leave a comment in there. How much do you live on? And what kind of lifestyle? We don't go out partying or nothing. I'm 53, she's 41. We're just content, being at home. We'll go to the beach every now and then. I like driving up the mountains. She likes it because it's just peace and quiet. So, and I'm sure we can live cheaper. But why? Honestly, why? Why give up anything if you got the money to do it? And I'm not bragging because I don't have a lot of money. But over here, I feel like I have a lot of money. So guys, if you're on the fence, come on over. Take a month, take 2 months. Just come over, go on Agoda. Agoda is the go-to app over here for flights, hotels, everything. And just find you an Airbnb. Jump around the Philippines. Because I started out in Dipolog, I hated it. I'm now up on the southern end of Cebu Island, probably an hour up the island, which in the U.S. would take you, 10-minute drive. Here it takes you an hour. But I love it up here. It's peace and quiet. The driving's mild. I can, go up to the mountains. I have a beach 0.2 of a mile down the street. I never see anybody at it. White sandy beach. I'm living the life. This is a dream. So come on over, give it a try. Worst you can do is book a ticket and go home. All right, guys, see you next time. Check out some of my other videos.